It's the NFL on EA Sports, and if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders, next on Madden NFL 25.
Just outside of the nation's capital in nearby Landover, Maryland. Welcome in. We're getting a look at the enormous Northwest Stadium. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Matthew Wright set to get this one started. And we're off and running from Landover. His return starts at the 5. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And, man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 4. Get some space around midfield. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Now Daniels off the play action. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They can bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
An option give to Robinson. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. He gets 6 on that play, and the Commanders will have a first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Going to the ground again on first. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 29. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another carry for Robinson. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be third and just a yard.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. Is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Raheem Blackshear now to return. Returns looking good so far. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
First play, and Young's going to pass. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This play goes for 36, and it'll give the Panthers a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They motion the tight end over. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Hubbard can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Trying it again with Hubbard. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Young. He's on the move. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers finish off their opening drive. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Ready to send this one away. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll start this series with an option left. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. Third down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the 1st. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. Here's Robinson up the middle. Has a lane inside the 35. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They've got first down from the 31. From the gun, it's Daniels. Gallop there to haul it in. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Staying with Robinson. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Seibert's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Valus Jones now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Young on 1st and 10. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. The rookie from Michigan, there that time.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down run by Hubbard. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. Finds Sanders. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Young looking to throw. He finds Sanders. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now it's Young. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a 2nd quarter lead. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Right on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. Ready to send this one away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. They'll get this one to Brown. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
2nd down and 10. Daniels has him on the quick hitter, and he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Again, Daniels to the air. He's got it. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Commanders take the lead just before halftime. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Wow, Brock, hard to imagine a more effective play in their entire playbook for that particular spot right there.
You know, you get in this red zone, Kate, you want the ball in the hands of the guys you do trust the most to score. In a lot of cases, well, you trust your quarterback, and all he did was add to that trust.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Panthers headed out on offense again just before halftime. Not a whole lot of time left for them to put something together here before the break. And even 20 seconds left at their disposal on the final drive of this half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap now to Young. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Prater puts it through. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. On the return, here's Jones. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And it ends there, but a very short field awaiting them. He's out on the opposing side of the field. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw, here's Young. Gets this to Sanders. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, it's Hubbard. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They run again with Hubbard. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Young. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Right on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Panthers break that tie and now lead by 7. Ready to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First carry now for Austin Eckler. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave them enough to pick up a 1st with some room to spare.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll send him over right. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On 2nd down, Robinson runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. That stop made by Derek Brown. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Commanders will have a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. To throw, Daniels. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
This is hauled in by McLaurin. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play fake here, Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Daniels throwing on third. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
On comes Austin Seibert and the Commanders' field goal unit to try this on fourth down. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Piniero's kick is good, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here's Jones. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff running left, Hubbard. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Young on the play action. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Out the middle, Hubbard. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Hubbard again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. Young working from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Man, that was a chain mover if he would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. They just get the play off. Nabs along that sideline, Samuel. And he's gonna end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And it's going to be Panthers football. Ball at the 33 for first down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Finds Sanders. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Defense shows blitz. Young. Pulled in by Tommy Tremble. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That play good for 17 on a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. He breaks a tackle. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
From the 37. He finds Sanders. And they bring him down around the 34.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They're going for it. Young. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Now Young. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Right, ready to send this one away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. For 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 1. He'll get this to Samuel. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Daniels now. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders losing by 7. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Jones. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Carolina in punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Fits it through the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Here he is to throw. Quick slant to Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Staying with Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Robinson. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers set to take the field. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Escapes out to the left. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. To score this as a win for the Commanders. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from DC.